And we are live with Blondie and Blanca. Apparently, she wanted to be in the show, and Diego was at my feet because I have food. And just watching the last little bit of Johnny's podcast here, Johnny U, Mountain Bike Q&A. I'm watching his. But we are starting ours with Blondie here. And how you doing?
Okay.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Nervous?
Yeah.
All right. So we're going to talk about your experiences in mountain biking and be a short little podcast.
Okay.
So how'd you get started in mountain biking?
I used to have just a hardtail, lived in Ajo, and just part of my workout routine for work, I would just go riding in the desert and up the mountains and all over the roads and all. So,
And then you moved to Tucson.
I did, yeah.
And
I moved to Tucson before you did.
Yeah, about a year before I did. Although I commuted back and forth on the weekends. So. And then we discovered the single track trails out here.
Yeah. When I moved to Tucson, I was not the very brightest and thought that people in Tucson watch bikers and stuff like that and have learned. So I don't ride. I used to ride all over Tucson on the roads and stuff, thinking I had the right of way for everything.
Oh, it's Carlos is in the chat.
Hey, Carlos.
Hey, buddy, what's going on? It's been a minute.
So
yeah, and so out there in Ajo, we did more ATV riding. It's kind of let's back up. You're kind of a daredevil to begin with, right?
I live for adventure and for that ultimate high that you get from doing stuff that you probably shouldn't do.
Yeah, like an adrenaline junkie type.
I am an adrenaline junkie. I'm a daredevil.
Yeah.
Don't say I can't do it because I will do it.
And I'll put up. Well, we'll just let me see if I can put it up. Video file. Let me see. I thought it was in here. Oh no.
Skydiving.
Yeah, but that's not the one. I thought I have a video of her skydiving, her first skydive. We'll do that in a minute. I'll have to find the edited file. But skydiving, roller coasters, all that stuff you like.
Anything that goes fast. Yes.
Yeah.
Anything that allows for you to be like free and like, yeah.
Yeah. But mountain biking, like we'll say you're more of a beginner rider. But part of that is because you had a bad accident and it was actually on a mountain bike. So you have a lot of, I'm pulling up some pictures. This was 2016, correct?
That was Father Day week in 2016. It was on Father's Day 2016.
Yeah. So this was a very, wouldn't call it minor.
It was a stupid accident. It was an absolute stupid accident that ended up like, I was on a mountain bike, yeah. I went, like I said, it was like June, I want to say it was June 16th or something like that. In Ajo, you have to actually go physically pay your bill, your electric bill. So I was going to the electric company.
At that time, I don't know if they even have it now, but at that time you couldn't pay it electronically.
Yeah.
You had to physically take the bill to the place and you rode your mountain bike.
I did.
I think it was actually on my mountain bike.
It was your mountain bike, so it's your mountain bike's fault, not my fault. But because I had a mountain bike and I never fell on that. I rode it all over Phoenix on it and never had an issue with it. and I got on yours because mine had a flat tire. And I went from cement to gravel and literally just went boop. My foot caught underneath the pedal and it flipped my whole ankle, my leg, everything backwards. And I wasn't clipped in.
Yeah, no, it was just flats.
I was just wearing regular gym shoes. I didn't even have nice gym shoes at the time.
Yeah, it wasn't like even on a mountain bike trail. It was just on.
No, it was literally just going from a cement to up the hill. I thought, I'll take this shortcut right through the dirt.
Well, I will say this was after almost a year to the day. Well, about a year after your bad ATV accident where you had to be life flighted.
It was.
Yeah. So.
It was, I was really in hardcore trying to get back into fitness and getting my stuff up because I had to qual for work at the time when I worked for the sheriff's department.
Yeah, you were at the sheriff's department at the time.
I had to do a PT because I was out for over a year. They wanted to make sure that I was capable of coming back after that bad accident. So I was out really like I think within that next week I was supposed to qual to go back to the sheriff's department, and I got hurt again. So yeah, that is after I think that would have been after the third surgery or the second surgery I've had on that ankle. That's where that's at. Yeah.
So what do you have in your ankle now?
I have plates and screws and screens and all the good hardware that comes along with it.
But you also recently, well, a while back now, had a different workplace accident.
I did.
Yeah.
So I twisted it and had to go to the doctor, and he told me that I need to behave and I need to look forward in my future for a total ankle replacement.
Yeah.
So, yeah, it's not been, what it is, and it's, it's going to be wherever it is. I mean, you should like it because I have to wear heels most times. If I wear heels, it feels great. If I wear flats, it's awful because it is literally bone on bone.
Yeah. And just to give context, Blondie is my spouse. I mean, and then you got the roses behind you here. What's that all about?
We could skip that.
Okay. Well, I'll just say it's her birthday today, and we won't ask you how old you are.
Not old enough to know better. How's that? Because I still get hurt. I still keep getting hurt. I still keep doing silly things. Probably most people my age probably shouldn't be doing. And I just kind of give that finger to the doctor and say I'm going to do whatever I'm going to do. So, my doctors love me.
Yeah.
I make their I say I pay their salary.
Yeah.
So, and the other day we were talking about my injuries and stuff, and I just was like, man, how many bones have I actually broken?
And we determined it was like 27,
I've
right?
broken 27 bones in my body.
That is a lot. I've broken a few, but definitely not 27. Yeah. Wow, the ATV accident.
The ATV accident really messed me up.
Was a bad one. That was like nearly 10 bones on that one accident alone.
Oh, no. That was more because I broke all my ribs on my left side, my sternum, my eye socket, my thumb. Yeah, I think that was it, right? Oh, and I cracked my head. So.
Yeah. Well, yeah. That was a lot. But you're still out mountain biking and doing all that type of stuff. And
I have not been I've been a kid that I'm a girl. I'm a boy trapped in a girl's body, I think.
You're a tomboy.
I am a total tomboy.
You was a tomboy growing up, right?
Yeah, the boys hated me.
Why is that?
Well, because they would dare me to do stuff, and I would do it. Like one time, my brother was riding with me in the golf cart or the go-kart, and back then, 2-seater go-kart, right? They didn't put seatbelts on them.
Yeah. No, they did not.
At the time we lived in Texas, so there was cactuses there. And one time I went around the corner and he called me chicken because I slowed down. I slowed down because I didn't want him falling out of the cart. Well, don't call me chicken. Because the next time we went around a corner, I didn't stop. I had the steering wheel to hold on.
Yeah.
He didn't have nothing. And we didn't have helmets either. He went rolling out of the golf cart, the go-kart, into a barrel cactus.
Ow. Well, at least it was a barrel cactus. And
So no, I had to drag his little butt back to the house. And my dad told him was, don't be calling her a chicken. So, yeah, I think he learned his lesson. So, and then, as a young kid, from the age of 5, I played baseball with the boys.
Sorry, that didn't mean it. Yeah,
that's okay. So I would, if I would hit them with the ball.
Yeah,
I would throw the ball at them instead of because they weren't stealing the base on me. So I would hit them. So
we can't hit them. Well, I mean, you can.
Who said you can't?
Well, you're not supposed to.
Well, back then, Little League didn't really care. They just, they would call them safe. But I'm telling you, the next time they went to run, they'd be thinking twice that she's going to hit me with that ball.
Crazy.
I was mean.
Yeah. So tomboy to doing all this adventure stuff that you like to do, whether it be, and that's why I pulled up this skydive. I'm just going to play this. This is you skydiving here.
What a great job! Yeah! Tell me, how was it?
It's awesome!
Had a good time?
Oh, I had a blast!
Fantastic job. Woo! Congratulations! Yeah!
So that was your first skydive.
Oh my God, it was a rush.
Yeah, and I'll say we did our first skydive together that same day. Or no, mine was a different day. Or was it the same day? I don't remember.
I think we did it together.
Yeah. I mean, it was different times, obviously, because I wasn't in the plane with you on that run. But I will say I was more apprehensive the first go than you were.
Well, you have to understand also, my dad, we had a plane when we lived in Michigan.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
And on Sundays after church, we were huge church people. We would fly to, I want to say Cincinnati or something, Ohio or something, somewhere in Ohio. I can't remember exactly. But we would fly after church because my dad had to get his hours in, right?
Yeah, yeah.
And there was 3 of us, and my dad would always shut the air off, so we would start to fall asleep.
Yeah, yeah.
And then he'd cut the engine in the plane, and we would do barrel rolls and stuff like that. I swear it's my dad, caused me to be like this because it was a blast.
Right.
I mean, just to think that, oh my God, I'm going to die. Oh, no, I'm not going to die. Yes, I'm going to die. Oh, this is a blast.
And
my mom and my brother and sister hated it, but I was like egging them on. Yeah.
Then shortly after that skydive, you went up again and had another skydive we didn't record that one because you have to pay to record it. So it was already recorded once. So, but yeah, like you were like, heck yeah, let's do that again.
Yeah.
Then I went on to do a bunch of more jumps. I actually did the phase 1 jump. So like around 12 jumps, whatever it was.
Yeah.
And I loved it. But I got a little bit kind of burn out on it. It was more the traveling there.
Yeah.
And because it was like a 2.5 hour drive there, 2.5 hour drive back. And to get in 1 or 2 jumps. So you'd wait for 4 or 5, 6 hours to get in 1 or 2 jumps. And so I was at that time training to get my skydiving license, and you have to have around 25 jumps to do it. And I did phase 1, and you go on to phase 2, but I never did it. Just because like after, I don't know, maybe like after like 5th or 6th jump, like it's fun, but you have to do a lot of maneuvers and becomes technical. And anyways, by jump 10 or so, like I was just kind of burnt out on it. And then, to pay for phase 2 was probably like another $2,500. And now that we live closer, that we're in Tucson and a little bit closer, it wouldn't be probably as bad, but that's maybe later on. I might get back into it, who knows? But we started riding. So I know we started when we moved to Tucson. We started riding the bike path. Well, the bike path out here.
Oh, that's right. That's right. We did. Yeah.
Because we didn't quite know about the single track. So where we lived before, we did mountain biking, but it wasn't like what we call real single track mountain biking. It was more riding 2 tracks, ATV 2 tracks, or along the railroad tracks, dirt roads. Had undulating, it was mountain biking, but not single track mountain biking like they do have out here in Tucson or anywhere else that we ride. But when we was riding the bike path, which is a paved path that's all around Tucson here, we kind of discovered the bunny trail just by riding the bike path, that bike path by the bunny trail. And we'd see people on the bunny trail riding it. So we was like, oh, let's try that. And so I remember the first time we ever rode it, we actually rode it the wrong way because the bunny trails at Fantasy Island is counterclockwise only. It's only one direction. And people were like, oh, you're going the wrong way. But at that time, they had no signage really to let you know, like, hey, you're supposed to do it this way. And they might have had, Trail Forks might have been out at that time. It probably was.
We had no knowledge.
But we had no knowledge of it. But like anything else, you start riding trails. You meet people on the trails, and then you talk to them, and they guide you like, hey, and then one thing leads to another. And then you download Trail Forks apps that tell you, hey, this is a one-way trail. This is where the trails are at. And all of a sudden, like, oh, there's trails all over Tucson. Of course, that's where I discovered Mount Lemmon as well. And you hike Mount Lemmon, but you don't really ride it.
I will not do Mount Lemmon. Are you kidding me? After riding Sunrise Mountain, there's absolutely no way I would ever ride Mount Lemmon. I about died on Sunrise.
Yeah, so Sunrise Bike Park, Arizona's only lift access bike park. You've ridden that. Convinced you, once they started building machine-built flow trails there, convinced you, hey, you could probably do this. It's a green trail.
That's not a green trail. That's bullshit.
It's more.
Oh, am I going to get you kicked off?
No. It's definitely more of a blue because of how fast and steep it is.
Yeah.
Everything there at Sunrise is, if it's a blue, it's really a black. And if it's a green, it's really a blue. But so that trail was called Giage, a machine-built flow trail that they put in just a year or two ago. And we convinced you to ride down that. And I mean, you did all right. I mean, you had a little crash, but you did all right. And then you rode some other things that, on that park. But yeah, it's part of it is too, it's the injuries that you've had to both your hand and your ankle and all that, like you're kind of limited on what you can do, because if you hurt that, then that's another hospital visit. So we don't want that. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I have a hard time riding up in Sunrise anyway. Even like the
Is it the elevation, or
I have a hard time breathing up there.
Yeah,
I'm not used to that.
Well, yeah, at the top it's 10,000 feet.
Mm-hmm.
At the top, 10,500 ish, and even at the bottom it's like 8,000. So, so unless you ride Mount Lemon, which you really don't. I mean, you're up there and hiking.
I have gone hiking.
Yeah, but even then, so if you're hiking Aspen Draw at 9,000 feet, you can feel it for sure.
Well, hiking doesn't seem to affect me like mountain biking, and I really think it's because I don't. You guys always see all you guys riding, and you're like real loose and stuff, and I'm very like grabbing on because.
Yeah, which is funny because you're super flexible.
Yeah, I'm like grabbing on for, and I think some of it also.
Well, you're like just real tense.
I am, yeah, because I, in some ways I don't want to get hurt again.
Yeah.
But I have no fear, but I don't want to get hurt.
Yeah.
I don't know if that makes sense or not, but
yeah, no, it does, because like I just know from the falls I've had, injuries I've had, like I don't want to get hurt again, because sometimes like at our age it takes months to heal from
it. It takes me longer. It takes me absolutely longer to heal from like stuff nowadays.
Oh, yeah.
I used to, oh no biggie, I had to be right out, like had knee surgery. I was out walking on it the next day.
Yeah.
And now I have, I pull a hammy in or something and I'm like in bed.
Well, how's your groin today?
Yeah, well, I didn't hurt my groin riding the bike.
Oh, well, no, you've been working out a lot.
I've been working out, and I don't know how I did it because.
Which is crazy because you are super, super flexible.
Yeah. I don't know how I did it. Don't ask me. I think I tried to lift too heavy, but it's better now. Yeah, yesterday it was bad. Today it's better.
Oh, okay. So,
yeah.
And this is. Let me see if I got. Oh yeah, not that picture. I gotta find. Trying to find your bike here.
Oh. Yeah, my bike is nowhere as nice as yours.
Well, no, but it's.
But it does for me what I needed to do. I mean, I typically like to ride at noon, 1 o'clock in the middle of the afternoon during the summertime because I actually like riding when it's hot.
Yeah.
I feel better when I ride when it's hot. I feel like I have more energy where y'all are dying out there.
So this is your bike. Mm-hmm. Do you even know what you ride? Probably don't even know what you ride.
Yeah, it's a Ghost.
Okay, but do you know like what size? What?
It's medium.
Yeah, but what size tires you have?
Are those 27s?
Yeah. Okay. And then do you remember your suspension travel? Your front fork?
Is it like 155 or something like that?
No, it's 130. Front
okay.
fork is 130. Rear suspension is 130.
Yeah, see, y'all know all that stuff. I don't care about any of that shit. I'm just going to go out there and ride. You're going to take care of my bike, or I'm going to take it to a bike shop.
Yeah.
So
this is the bike you ride. You got it up on the screen. This is what I could. So we had to get our bikes when we moved out, because we moved to Tucson. Well, you moved in 2018. Mm-hmm. I moved out here in 2019. Pandemic hit, the lockdowns hit. It was hard to get bikes.
I actually had a bike that I had bought from like 2011 off of some guy up in Phoenix.
Yeah.
It was a hardtail bike. It was good. It was
There was a Nishiki and I had a GT.
Yeah.
But when we got out here, all these single track trails out here in Tucson and all the surrounding areas out here that we ride now, particularly I ride. Yeah, it was like, well, okay, so I got that for your birthday. Mm-hmm. Just an entry level full suspension bike.
Yeah.
I'm trying to bring it back. Yeah, so that's what I could get at the time because there wasn't a lot of things available. Although it's a good bike, like
it is a good bike.
Yeah,
it's done me well. I mean, I've only had one flat tire,
which is surprising because those tires that you have
are the original tires.
And they're not even tubeless. Yeah, they have tubes in it.
Yeah.
But I did put the slime tubes in it.
But I'm not out there riding this crazy stuff. I mean, I've done 50-year Arizona with the 50-year trail. I've done McCormick Park.
McKenzie Ranch.
It's McKenzie Ranch. Okay.
Yeah.
Schultz Creek.
Absolutely
my favorite.
Yeah.
Oh my God, you can go down that like your tail's on fire, and it was amazing. I love that trail.
Yeah, Schultz Creek. That's a fun trail.
Yeah. The fire lane is not, but the downhill is fun.
Yeah, if you do the fire road up, it's not the funnest.
Oh no!
But if you happen to shuttle it, yeah.
So that bike is actually becoming my cussing bike. Because I rode an e-bike the other day.
Oh, yes.
And I was telling her, I said, well, she asked me how I liked it. I said, well, your bike's the non-cussing bike. My bike is the one that you cuss on.
So we might have to get you an e-bike in the near future at some point.
I think you really want the e-bike more than me. And so you're going to take it from me
and
make me ride my bike.
So the plan is to get you an e-bike. So when I get mine.
Oh, you're getting one too.
Well, eventually.
Oh, I see.
Be like, you got an e-bike? Why can't I have one?
Okay, I see.
That's the plan anyways. Okay. But when you rode the e-bike, so we was out at a Old Pueblo MTV event, 10 event, a couple weeks ago. And you went out on a Dirt Divas ride, the ladies ride. And you got the ride.
No, it wasn't on the Dirt Divas. I rode the bike.
Oh, I
came back from the Dirt Divas, and then you guys wanted to go out again to the Rookie Roundup.
Oh, yeah.
And then so I read the Rookie Roundup again, and then
that's right.
And then halfway through, Amanda generously allowed for me to ride her bike, and I was like, I rode it for a few minutes, and for like maybe half a mile on the trail, and I gave it back to her, and I said,
"This is the non-cussing bike.
This is the non-cussing bike, and I probably should give it back to you because I might not."
Do you remember if you was just in eco mode or trail mode or what mode she had it in?
I think she said eco mode.
Oh, okay. You was just in eco mode. That was like basically.
I still had a pedal.
Yeah. Well, yeah, it's class 1 e-bike, so you have to pedal, but it was only giving you like maybe 20% power.
But those little my thing I don't do really well on is rocks climbing.
Yeah.
Climbing up rocks. Like at Vortex.
Oh,
I still can't get up that Vail Vortex at one section because of the rocks. My bike spins, and then I'm like, I can't. So I just walk.
Imagine an e-bike out there you'd probably be like, oh heck yeah, you're probably more willing to get out there.
So there's that one part that when you first start the bunny trail that you come down that where it says 200 speed limit already. Right around, and it's that white rock stuff.
Yeah.
If I'm not like all bats out of hell going up that, I spin my tires for some reason.
Your tires are getting old. You probably need to change your tires out. Yeah, it's probably the nubbies are probably getting.
And then my tires are spinning, and then I'm like not comfortable on the bike, and I start freaking out, and then I'm like, oh, I'm gonna fall, and then the whole thing comes back. Oh, my ankle's gonna go underneath my bike. Oh my God, there's gonna be freaking rattlesnakes. My mind just goes 1,000 miles an hour.
So the rattlesnakes.
I hate those things. Those are the devil.
Yeah.
That one time I ran over that rattlesnake, like up his whole back.
So we was at the bunny trail then, right? Like
you went one way and I went the other way, and the way you went, there was no rattlesnake. The way I went, there was a rattlesnake right there.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
And there's a lot of the rides I have filmed GoPro'd. And we didn't realize, well, most times I do see the snakes, but there's a couple times that.
Yeah, you didn't catch them, and I rode right by them too. Thanks a lot.
And I don't know, it was over a month ago now, but I did run over a snake that.
Yeah, you did.
It was like a coral looking snake. It wasn't even a rattlesnake. I couldn't take a picture of it quick enough to see what actually it kind of was, but it it had the coral markings. Couldn't, it wasn't that big. It was maybe like two. Yeah. I did kind of like barely run it over, but it just slid it off.
No, you told me to get off my bike, so I got off my bike, and then you told me to walk around. And the way you told me to walk around was back in the bush. And I'm like, well, if there's one, there's probably two. And then it started moving to where you told me to walk around. The damn thing would have bit me.
Well, I mean, it wasn't on purpose.
No, I know that, but yeah.
Oh, hey, Structured Rider's in here. Giorno, he's from Finland. Hey, what's going on, my guy? Thanks for dropping in. This is Blondie.
Hey. Yeah.
Then, but the next ride we might do, well, it's getting hot. I mean, it's hot. It is hot.
It ain't hot.
Oh, I think it's hot.
Oh my gosh.
It's 105 degrees out every day right now.
It ain't hot.
Well, you say that, but every time we ride for like 30 minutes.
I don't complain. I don't complain about the heat.
Well, when you go home, you're like, you're kind of tired.
Babe, I'm coming home from work. Usually I go straight to work out right after work.
Oh, that's true.
I come home from work, my windows are all down.
That's true.
Every single window's down, man.
Yeah, you don't use the AC.
I don't use the AC in my car.
Yeah, you just roll down the windows like a crazy person.
Yeah. I asked you for a convertible, and you said, "Oh, we can't get a convertible." So I got everything that windows come all the way down.
You like to have your top down.
I like it all. That's the sun hit me. I like to get a tan.
Say like me, just coming off a winter where it was,
cold.
55 every day was perfect. 65.
It was freezing.
She doesn't do hot weather too well.
Cold weather. I don't do cold weather.
Yeah, so we have the thermostat wars here in the house too.
Yeah.
If you had it your way,
80.
80? Yeah, no, that's too
80
hot.
degrees.
That's too hot. So
you know what? I don't want to hear people going at me saying I'm not going to come over and visit, because then you're just not invited. I'm not that mean. I will turn it down for you.
I have to have it at least 77 to be able to sleep.
That's too cold. Like I said, if
you put on blankets,
winter clothes will stay on. There will not be any summers. There will not be any summer skimpies.
Well, I could turn it up to 80 for like an hour and then bring out the skimpies. Oh, yeah. We have the handcuffs here.
Behave.
And I will say,
oh, you probably should have told people, don't make sure your kids are not watching this.
Oh yeah. It's because we're both, well, she's kind of retired from the active law enforcement scene, but she still works for a law enforcement agency, as do I. So that's what the handcuffs are all about right there. So we do have tons of handcuffs all throughout the house, but that's another podcast, not for mountain biking and trail adventure type stuff. All right. What else? We've talked about, I don't know if we're going to make it, but we've talked about maybe going to Alta California next month.
Yeah, but you know what? I'm looking at all these things that people are going to. The one that they went to in Bentonville, they get there and it's a horrible storm. In California, they're starting to get like wildfires, and I can only just see that we'll get stuck in a freaking national disaster over there.
Yeah, the one I will say, you went to this so the Sedona Mountain Bike Fest had bad weather for the last couple of years, but we went this year and it was actually perfect weather.
It was.
So, but all these other festivals and mountain biking things have had kind of like crappy weather.
Yeah, for last year, it seemed like almost.
Yeah, and Bentonville was the same. They had pretty much had a tornado.
Those poor people.
Yeah, roll through around. I can't remember the name of the town. Was it in Bentonville or the one next to it? But it was one that was close by. Pretty much a tornado went through there. But the nice flower. Hey, Marty, what's going on? So Marty, he's actually from New Zealand.
Oh,
so
cool.
We have family in New Zealand in the house.
Do you guys have snakes?
I'm sure New Zealand probably has some snakes. Yeah, Marty, it's her birthday today, so that's her flowers for her birthday today. Yeah, but anyways, all these mountain biking festivals and events have had bad weather, but
sad.
Yeah, it's near Rotorua, yeah. But I don't know, hopefully, even if we don't make it or do make it, the Ride and Shine out there at Sunrise Bike Park for that event, particularly because it's for mental health.
Wait, Ride and Shine's at Sunrise Mountain?
Oh, sorry, no, it's at Sky Park. Sky
okay.
Park.
I was going to say, they have Sunrise too?
Yeah, slip.
Oh, he has no snakes.
No snakes? Oh, we should. Australia has the snakes, of course.
Oh,
but I figured there would be some in New Zealand.
I see that on TikTok all the time, and I'm like, that's one place I'm not visiting.
Australia.
Babe, I really don't think you understand that is my only fear is snakes.
Well, we can go to New Zealand then and go visit Marty.
Yeah.
New Zealand.
Yeah. No
He's got some trails out his way, so.
Yeah, I don't do snakes.
Yeah. But hopefully the event out there at Sky Park Ride and Shine, it'll be all good and not have these crazy weather that some of these other festivals and stuff have had. And we was very lucky that the Sedona Mountain Bike Fest had great weather, because I would say in the last 3 Marches before that, the weather was bad. The only good time before that was in November, when we went in November. But if you research the Sedona Mountain Bike Fest March weather, for 3 of the last 4 years, they had it in March. The weather was bad.
Yeah,
and then they had the one great weather in November. But man, it's that weather this year, particularly because they moved it 1 week back, because the year before that was Snowdona. Yeah, because it snowed like crazy, which was unusual, really, to get that amount of snow there. But then hopefully sometime this summer as well, we'll get a chance to get to Sunrise Bike Park here in Arizona, and because they built some new trails there, some type of roller coaster thing they're supposed to.
I will go and ride that. It's a sled down
like a bobsled.
Bobsled down.
But it's on rails.
It's on rails, and so you can go. I would say that they're probably not. You're not supposed to brake on those. I watched some of the videos. People brake and people hit them. I'm like, no, you just let it go.
Yeah, you just
let it go. That would be my my adrenaline for the day, is to go down that a couple times.
Yeah, and then you could do. They have the zip line there too. You could do the zip line.
That zip line is for children.
You think? I mean,
it's childish stuff. Yeah, no.
No, I mean,
it doesn't go fast enough.
Yeah,
I want to jump off of the rope jump off of Moab.
Oh yeah, that one.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, the swing thing.
When they jump off the mountain.
It's almost like a bungee.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I can't remember how fast the zip line goes.
It's not fast.
It's like 58 miles an hour.
That's not fast. That is not fast.
Particularly when you're skydiving and you're reaching speeds of 100 plus miles an hour.
And if you fall out of that, you break a couple bones. Big whip.
You're funny.
I think when I'm going to do something, I'm going to go big and may not go home because I really want that rush.
And since we do have a couple more people in here, I'm going to add the. I'm going to show the you skydiving again. Maybe I'll just skydiving.
great job! Yeah! Tell me, how was it?
It's awesome.
Had a good time?
Oh, I had a blast.
Fantastic job. Woo! Congratulations. Yeah.
And I can see, like, after you did something like that a couple times, like where a zip line,
It's children's stuff.
if it doesn't like really go super, super fast, like I said, I think the max speed that one is like 58 miles an hour, which some people like, that would be a thrill. Even at, I don't know, like you're a couple hundred feet in the air, but it's not like you're 13,000 feet free falling at 120 miles an hour when you're skydiving. So I could kind of see where it's not.
I remember that day when we were jumping, the guy I was tandem with, he told me that what was it, a week before or something like that, some guy actually went skydiving and he landed in the prison right next to there.
Oh,
he
yes.
landed in the prison yard.
There is a prison yard that's a couple miles away from there.
And they locked it down.
Yeah. So when new student jumpers do jump out of there, you have to spot your LZ, your landing zone, and which some people are good at free fall. I was never that good at free fall, but I was very good at spotting my LZ, landing at the LZ every time. Some people would land miles away, and then there's that prison that's kind of nearby, and they would land like close to that prison.
The federal prison, yeah.
Yeah, it's federal prison. They would have to lock down the prison. The prison kind of knows that's the deal, but they still have to do lockdowns for precautionary reasons. But yeah, every once in a while, even when I was skydiving at the time, you could see the four-wheel drive truck just drive miles and miles out into the desert.
Yeah.
To pick up somebody that just could not spot the LZ, and for whatever reason, which is crazy because like it's a big white wind tunnel that's easy to spot.
Mm-hmm.
So you should get fairly close. But like I said, some people are really good at free fall and not so good at piloting the chute and finding the LZ, and vice versa. And some people are just bad at both, I guess. So
that guy, the fractured rider,
mm-hmm.
He's gone paragliding. I want to do that too.
Yeah.
I want to do paragliding and base jumping, but I don't think you can base jump like a tandem because there's no way anybody's going to base jump by myself.
Yeah. So I've seen, I don't know if it's like Moab area. I've seen somewhere where they've done tandem base jumping.
Oh, yeah, that's right. I did see that. But that was like literally what, 20 seconds?
Well,
I want to be able to get in the squirrel outfit.
Oh, like the squirrel suits
and fly around a little bit.
Yeah,
you know,
because the tandem jump, or sorry, the base jump, because you have to pull the chute immediately.
Yeah,
and so you're basically gliding the chute to the ground.
Yeah, that's too fast. That's not enough.
Maybe a minute or two.
That's not enough.
Yeah, to where at least if you're jumping at 13,000 feet like you were that day, you pop the chute at 5,000 feet. You have a couple minute parachute ride. That you ride to the ground. And so at least it does last a couple minutes, where I could see where a base jump would be pretty quick.
Yeah.
My worst nightmare. What's the worst nightmare?
When I was 10 years old, 11 years old, went to Astroworld, which in Houston, it was Astroworld, and now I don't know what it's called. It's probably some Six Flags over Texas or whatever it is nowadays. But I was introduced to, they put you in a ball, right? Like, and they put it on a bungee and they pull it back and it goes.
Oh, it's like a slingshot.
A slingshot all over the park, back and forth. I mean, that didn't help help with me trying to not do scary stuff.
Oh, yeah.
Because that was a rush at 10 years, I think it was 10 or 12 years, 10 or 11. No, because I moved to California when I was 12. So it was 10 or 11. Yeah, it just encouraged it more.
Yeah. Now, I mean, with your ankle and everything, would you be able to skydive again, you think, or no?
Yeah, because when you tandem jump, they don't let you land.
Yeah, so
they make you pick up your feet.
Yeah,
so I'm perfectly fine with it.
Yeah. You just wouldn't be able to probably do like solo.
No.
Yeah.
No, I can't do anything solo because I can't. I probably could, and he says that I could. You know, he tells me it's okay.
Yeah, your doctor.
My doctor tells me it's okay, but if I run on my ankle, it hurts.
Yeah.
But
even if you told them during the tandem, like, hey, I got kind of a little bit of a messed up ankle, you get a slide on your butt. Because I've slid
some guy thought he was going to do that, and he yanked his shoe, and he didn't slide on his ass.
Oh, yeah.
He kind of did. Well, no, he just face planted it.
So that's right. So I remember I was doing my assisted solos, and I don't know if it was the same one, but I remember we was getting ready to bail out at 13,000 feet. My instructor goes, the LZ's closed. Like, what does that mean? Like, we have to like land in the desert somewhere. And then, so I opened my chute at 5,000 feet, and you were there because you was watching me.
Heard it hit the ground.
So that was the one you're talking about.
Watermelon hitting the cement. It was like break open, like boom. So
I just remember opening my chute, getting kind of squared away and looking down and seeing the ambulance on the LZ, and I was like, ooh, what happened down there? That's why the LZ was closed.
I'm sure that guy will never do that again.
Yeah. But
he didn't seem all that. I mean, he was still breathing, so he didn't die.
No, but was
it's a good day.
I can't remember if he.
I don't know if he even broke anything really. He would think he would have to hit that ground that hard. I mean, literally, I'm telling you, I'm not. The only time I've ever heard that thud like that before is when my son was in a stroller, and he used to unbuckle his stroller all the time, and he wanted out of the stroller, and he fell and hit his head on the cement.
That explains a lot.
Yeah. Well, no, it's not him. It's the other one.
Well, no. Yeah,
that's right. But that sound is something that you just don't forget. It literally is like something just breaking open.
I remember you telling me that day he like was coming in for the landing, right? But then changed the direction
and decided, I guess, he was going to land somewhere else. So he's coming in, right? And then he yanks his chute, and he kind of just goes, and then poof. I mean, by the time his chute had got all tangled up, he didn't have nothing left. He just like hit the ground like that. And I was like, oh my God.
And they pretty much tell us at 200 feet, like, don't change your direction anymore. So when you're coming in and you're doing your like solo landing with your parachute, at 200 feet, like no matter what direction you're going, don't, the very, very experienced gals can do it. But if you're just kind of a newbie, like at 200 feet, like you're just pretty much supposed to be heading that direction. And they're supposed to be guiding you, like, to go into the wind, just like an airplane. You use the wind to kind of slow you down. And at 200 feet, if you try to turn at 100 feet, like you can drop 100 feet, like really, really quick.
He like came out of the ground like a dead bird.
Yeah, jeez. That's not good.
Sorry.
Yeah, no. But mountain biking wise, because is what we'll kind of talk about. Yeah. But
all the other crazy stuff.
Yeah, but like for pick her up. the doggy wants attention. Oh yeah, she'll breathe into the mic, I'm sure.
Kisses. No.
But what do you like about mountain biking though?
It's a challenge for me. It gives me a workout. I get some sun.
Yeah, well, and then you got on these like, I mean, a lot of
people.
Yeah, a lot of the mountain biking adventures that we travel. Sometimes you don't always ride. Sometimes you do.
Yeah.
But yeah, we've met a lot of people through mountain biking. We have friends through mountain biking, and then knowing Travis Williams, Old Pueblo MTB, and all those people, which is a huge community here. So you got to know all those people, and so anytime, like if you did like want to go on a group ride,
I could go.
You could go because that's easy enough to like contact those people and be like. But a lot of times we just ride ourselves, or sometimes, sometimes you ride solo, but not very often these days. every once in a while you'll ride like solo, but or like you'll do more of the path, ride the path stuff. But like
it's the snakes.
Yes, it's just that's the deal. Like if she doesn't have me to go in front of her to like to see the snakes first or like make the snakes like slither away. Not so much. I mean, you could do it in the winter where the snakes are like more hybrid.
I'll ride in the winter all the time by myself.
Yeah,
and here's my brain. My brain thinks, okay, I'll ride it at noon. There won't be any snakes. But yet the other day we were riding, it was still hot, and there was a snake. So now I don't want to go out there by myself because there's snakes.
Yeah.
And I know the snakes are around here and stuff like that, but goddamn, just go hide. It's hot out for you guys, right? Go hide in your little dens and let people have their fun.
Where we can ride in January, you know, generally
I'll go by myself.
Where we won't see snakes in January, basically until about April, May.
Yeah.
From November to April, May, we don't see a lot of snakes, but like that first 90-degree day, that's it. They're all out. Now it's 100+ degrees every day, so they're out every day.
And it probably doesn't help that you keep sending me these videos.
The snake videos.
That just like increases my fear of snakes.
Yeah, like I'll send her like links, TikTok, Instagram videos of like snakes coming out of cars in Arizona, like coming out of like different parts of the car. Wow, and then even the ones that come through like the doggy doors and stuff. That
well, it's so bad that when it's really got to be there's the blondness in me or something, right? We'll drive down the street and there'll be a snake. There's been a lot of snakes out here in Valencia lately. You've seen all
when
the dead
you're
ones.
in the car and you pick up your feet.
I pick up my feet and I scream.
We're in a big 4Runner, but you still pick up your feet.
Yeah.
When we see a snake and we're running over it.
Yeah.
Or like running by
and I'm telling you, I'm running over that damn thing. He's gonna die.
I just avoid them.
I mean, how many eggs do they lay at one
I don't know.
They lay too many. They really need to just become a unisex kind of person, like a human being that lays one baby and hope to God that baby lives. That's my thinking.
Well, I wonder.
And these are the things you have to put up with.
Yeah.
These thoughts in my head.
and I wonder, I never really thought about this because I haven't really, when we do our trips up north to Flagstaff or Sedona or even Sunrise, like we don't really see snakes.
We don't see snakes up there.
Yeah. And that's in the summertime when we do that.
Yeah.
I mean, knock on wood, I'm sure they're out, but we just don't see them like we do down here, like in the Tucson area.
No, you don't see them up there. That's why I'm good with riding. Although the Sedona trails, I think, are too hard for me.
Yeah, Sedona trails, like they're definitely blue, like intermediate type trails. I mean, there are some greens, but they are tougher trails. We've ridden some greens out there.
The greens, though, are still. I think I really need to just take lessons.
Yeah, I mean, we know all kind of people. We know instructors, whether it be female instructors or otherwise. There's plenty here.
Yeah.
Maybe we should get you some lessons. I think part of it too is just the fear of like doing something to your ankle again.
Yeah, because you know what? I don't want to waste my vacation time. I'm kind of stingy about shit.
Yeah.
That took me a year to heal from that.
Yeah.
And I still have to have more surgeries on it. So, I mean.
Yeah, you'll be, at some point this year, I'll be having more surgeries.
At some point this year, I'm going to be having a rotator cuff, possibly shoulder replacement.
Jeez.
And my thumb I'm going to get a screw put in my thumb because I totally blew out the socket in my thumb.
Yeah.
And I'm off work for 5 months.
Yep.
For that. So.
Yeah, and that was workplace injury.
That was a workplace injury. Yeah. So, I mean, one surgery a year, I guess.
I mean, I might. Yeah, the thing is, like, I have to have surgery at some time, probably on my back at some point. But
you're on your own.
Yeah, but we'll have to wait till you heal up or I heal up to have surgery. We're a mess.
There's trail pins on.
Hey, what's up, Maddie? You're back doing your shuttle ride? I know he was out doing riding.
Hey, Carlos has been riding, hasn't he? Is he still on?
I don't know if Carlos is still on. I know he was riding.
Yeah.
But yeah, Maddie, let us know if you. I'm pretty sure you're out. I'm back from. Broke your crank. Ugh, that's not good. I mean, that's better than breaking a body part, I guess.
Oh, I thought the crank was oh no.
It's not like the where you pedal.
Oh, I thought it was a clue for something
else.
else.
Oh no. Hey, Carlos is still here. Yeah. Hey, Carlos, have you been riding lately? We've done there for a while. We was riding a lot. We was riding, but you've been doing more. Real
fit.
Fit workouts and stuff. And
what is it called? High intensity. HIIT. Yeah. I've been hitting that like 5 to 6 days a week.
Yeah. So we haven't been riding as much, and it's been hot, and
I don't care about the heat.
Well, I do. Yeah. But I just got to suck it up and get out.
That's right. You just got to suck it up.
Yeah. Because there for a while, like we was riding, there was like 22 days out of like
I was even working out and still going riding with you.
Yeah, it's just in the last 2 weeks I haven't been riding as much.
What's that thing? Suck it up, Buttercup.
Yeah. Hey, Johnny's here. What's up, buddy? What's going on?
Oh my gosh, you guys need to you need some umbrellas out there, or you need a raft or something?
Carlos is on the BMX.
Oh, cool.
Yeah,
it's hot out here.
So, Johnny, we got plenty of sunshine and dry weather to send your way to dry up things out there. Yeah, you had a long podcast tonight. Did you go like 2 hours, Johnny? Yeah, because we're probably going to go just a little bit longer here because we got to go to bed and do work stuff in the morning. Then.
Send me an arc, right?
Yeah. Yeah, right?
Oh my God. See, there's another weather. What is up with this crazy weather
Johnny, we were talking about all these mountain biking events there in Arkansas, and there was another one I saw that the weather's just been horrible. We got lucky this year in Sedona to where we've had bad weather in Sedona Mountain Bike Festival for the last several years, but we actually lucked out this year. But all these other festivals the weather seems to be just horrible. We was talking about Ride and Shine coming up next month, and hopefully the weather would be good for that for everybody, whether we make it out or not. We were debating on whether to make it out or not, but hopefully at least the weather is good for anybody that does show up to Ride and Shine out at Sky Park out there in California.
Well, we literally are just moving into a Airbnb.
So yeah, this might
like
actually
the week before.
Yeah, so this might be probably the last podcast or second to the last podcast that's actually in this studio, because we're in the middle of building a new house. It won't be done probably until October, but the place we're in now, we actually have to move out of and move into like an Airbnb for like 4 months. And
Is it 4 months? July, August, September, October. Yeah, 4 months. Almost 5 months.
Yeah, like 4 months. So, yeah. So, don't even know like what I can even do for like a kind of a makeshift studio at the Airbnb. Well, I'll figure that out. But yeah, but since we're having to move into the Airbnb pretty much in 2 weeks. Yeah.
2 weeks.
Yeah, a little less than actually in 2 weeks. And then shortly after that, it's the Ride and Shine event. So, I mean, we could get settled in probably fine because it'd be a couple weeks. But I know, Johnny, you said that you booked all your Philly, what's up, buddy? So Germany.
Oh, cool.
Sorry, I missed you there, Philly. Trail Tales, he's out there in Germany. What's up, buddies? International, we got like 3 international.
Morning.
Yeah, so it's like something like 4 a.m. or something like that.
That's when I get up.
Yeah.
4 in the morning.
Yeah, I'm something like that. I'm pretty sure it's somewhere around like that. Yeah, so I'm sure he's about ready to go into work or whatever. But Skyview Inn, okay. Friday afternoon is when you're going. Okay, so yeah,
is TNA coming?
Yeah, I don't think Lauren's coming, unfortunately.
Oh.
Yeah, everybody wanted to see her for sure, but I think she went to Bentonville with him. But I don't think
she may with the
yeah. If they need an ARC,
she may need to. I mean, with the raft.
Well, it's 5:30 out in Finland. 5:30 a.m.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Nope, too much riding.
She's not going because it's too much riding.
Yeah,
in the car.
No, I think. Well, maybe. But they would fly out. They're not going to drive from Miami. Yeah, but like, I'm sure, like, you go out, like, I doubt you'll do much riding. You probably just
I'm sure there's a beer garden.
Beer garden? Yeah, I'm sure there is a beer garden. Yeah, there you go. Blondie and Lauren can hit up the beer garden.
In Sedona, they were giving away free alcohol. That was the best time.
Yeah.
I mean,
they was giving the vouchers or whatever. Yeah.
No, they were giving like free, like you walk into the little.
Oh yeah.
Tents, and they were giving
margarita.
You free alcohol, and they went they say it was margarita.
Yeah.
It was tequila with wine.
Well, that's a good time.
Well, she doesn't ride bikes.
No, she's not really a mountain biker.
Oh.
Yeah, she's just kind of a fan of mountain bikers, I guess.
I honestly probably wouldn't ride out there either, from what I understand. They see these people that say it's green trail. It's not.
Well, I think they do actually have some green trails there, versus say like Sunrise. But the thing is, there you have to pedal to get up.
Hell no, then I ain't right.
So a lot of people ride the e-bikes there.
Yeah.
And I guess it's not a bad climb, from what I hear. I don't. Johnny's been there, but I think Johnny, you rode an e-bike when you were there, right? But yeah, I think you'd do like one run after the first pedal up, and you'd be like, that's it.
That's about it.
Yeah.
Yep. Get an e-bike. We were talking about it.
I'm trying. Yeah. So we looking at the decoy for an option, looking at other options too, but decoy is a good option, a good affordable option, I guess.
Yeah.
But yeah, that could be.
I like it. It's a pretty color, but
yeah, that green color you like.
Totally sold out.
Yeah.
It matches my toes.
Oh yeah, your toes are green right now. But yeah, that's kind of the plan, is to get an e-bike. We'll see. I don't know, if you got an e-bike, you'd probably never even use your other bike. Maybe you would. I don't know.
There's just something in me that if I'm going to ride a bike,
you want to ride a bike.
I want to ride a bike
to work hard.
because I want to work out.
Yeah, but like to keep up with like me on some of the trails,
I have to ride an e-bike.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not. Fast. Yeah, it's not like I'm a great rider, but like going uphill, even if it's like a pretty mellow uphill, like I'm out riding.
I can keep with you on downhill.
Yeah,
I'm like right on you on a downhill.
Yeah,
but going up those hills, my tires just spin, and I'm just like, oh. So
yeah, I mean, it is sandy and dusty out here, so there are parts where it is hard to climb, but where the e-bike would probably like, and I'm sure you would like even use the e-bike to go get the groceries or whatever, as long as it wasn't like cold food like right now.
I ride my regular bike to go get groceries.
Yeah,
so,
yeah, but I'm saying like you wouldn't.
They don't like me around the stores because I actually take my bike into the store.
Yeah. Wow, I'm not gonna leave a several $1,000 mountain bike.
I've had a bike stolen
before,
so and it was locked up. They just cut the chain.
Yeah. So, out here, they'll just use a grinder, and even if you use a kryptonite lock, like one of those big thick ones, they can get through it within a couple minutes with a grinder.
So I'm walking around the store with my backpack, and they're like watching me like hawks, because here I am riding, pushing my bike through the store.
Yeah.
I got my backpack on frontwards, and I'm just shoving shit into my back. You're probably thinking, this chick is going to run out of here on her bike. And I just walk up and just drop it all.
Yeah. Well, you're not going to leave a several $1,000 mountain bike because it will disappear out here.
Well, they can just suck wind if they're
yeah.
I just won't shop there if they're
well, that way, like.
Sorry, guys.
Yeah. If we both get e-bikes, then we just ride to the store together, and one stays out and watches the bikes, and one goes in and does the.
So what's the difference between us riding an e-bike and driving a car? Because that's exactly what you do when we drive a car. You sit out.
You're riding the bike, though.
Yeah, but you sit outside in the car and watch the car while I go inside and get the groceries.
I'm keeping the car cool.
Ah, that's what it's called.
Yeah. So when you get out to the car, the ice cream doesn't melt.
We have a room for just the bikes too. It's called my living room or dining room or whatever / kitchen / whatever. Yeah, no. So he never leaves his bike unattended too.
No, yeah, you can't. I mean, out here, there's just no way. Like, if you left it more than 10, 20 minutes, like, yeah, it'd probably be gone.
Yeah. It's crazy. And why people just can't behave.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, even if you lock it up, like, you might have a chance for like 20 minutes, but probably within 30 minutes, even a $2,000 mountain bike would be gone in 20, 30 minutes.
Yeah.
If you have
that's funny you say that about in Miami. It got stolen. Patrick's bike got stolen out of the back of his truck when he was in Jacksonville, wasn't it?
Yeah.
And how long were you in the store?
Less than 5 minutes.
Yeah.
They
just snatched it right out of there.
Yeah. It's basically, you blink and it's gone. Yeah. And that was, it was even a BMX bike, but it was like even at that time in the late 90s, well, it was early 2000s, it was equivalent to be like a $2,500 bike now.
Yeah. I've actually had 2 bikes stolen. One when I was in high school, my dad had bought me a really nice beach cruiser.
Mm-hmm.
Rode it to school, came out, it was gone. And it was in the bike, where they park them in the bike thingy. It's supposed to be locked, right? And it was stolen. So it got stolen during school. I was heartbroken. And then I had also had one stolen when I lived in when I was going to ASU. All the other bikes, and that was a shitty bike. That was just a little 10-speed bike, and somebody stole it.
Yeah.
I'm like, geez. And it was locked up too. They left the lock on the ground, cut.
We just as a screw you.
Anyway.
And we would see, particularly when we lived in Ajo, we would see all the bikes that were stolen out of Phoenix every weekend. So you'd see them, they would pile it up on these stick bed trucks, and they would have 50, 60 bikes, mountain bikes, that they had stolen out of Phoenix, and you would see them going down to Mexico.
And I really don't understand why law enforcement don't pull those people over. I know first of all, their load is dangerous as hell. It is so tall.
Yeah, they pack them up.
Swaying back and forth on the street, and they can only go 50 miles an hour, and they're going like this. Pull them over.
Yeah.
I bet there's some people inside all of that too, or stuff inside all of that.
Well, these were going southbound to go to Mexico for them to resell in Mexico, but every weekend we'd see them. They'd be 50 bikes every weekend. In the same truck, you'd see they were just stolen out of Phoenix.
I bet if the DPS would stop people, they would find out that all those were stolen.
Oh yeah, well, 100% they were stolen. You knew they were, but that was just every freaking weekend.
It still goes on.
Yeah,
all the time you see people driving around with a bunch of bikes on their cars.
Big
old 400-pound.
Well, even when we get done riding, we go out to dinner. And we have the bikes on the bike rack. We have to park to where we can see.
We eat outside.
We'll eat outside. We park to where we can see the bikes because there might be 3 or 4 or 5 of us at $5,000 a bike. I mean, I might have like $25,000 worth of bikes on the rack between me and all the friends. So when we eat out at the restaurant, we have to we lock them all up, of course, but like we have bikes stolen like we have before. You're just kind of like you're watching everybody walk by because like it's literally like $25,000 worth of mountain bikes on the back of that rack. Sometimes it's crazy. Yeah. So you're like you're doing your best to like try to enjoy your meal and stuff, but anybody that's sketchy that walks by, you're like, don't even think about it.
There's a lot of sketchy people.
Yeah.
That's the world we live in nowadays.
Yeah, I mean, you just got to do what you can to
gives a good laugh.
Yeah, to keep your bike safe and all that, because that's what we use as our recreation and our outlet, our respite from all the
crap the world goes.
Yeah, all the stuff that's whether it's work or just life or whatever, and use our mountain bikes to get some workout, escape, all that good stuff.
So Johnny said, I think it was Johnny that said that he rides his e-bike one day and then the next day he rides his regular bike. Was that him that said that?
I don't, and that might have been Medi. I don't know. I don't think Johnny has an e-bike. I don't think he might.
Here, go up. I know. I got. Oh yeah. Trump him. Who's Trump?
That's Medi. Yeah.
Oh, so
he has an e-bike for sure.
So do you do that because you need the exercise? Do you feel like you have to, for the exercise part of it, or just for a warm down or whatever? What do you guys call that? Cool down?
Oh, I don't know.
A recovery ride?
Oh.
I was just wondering why one day you ride that. I was just wondering what the benefit was one day riding an e-bike and the next day riding your normal bike. What's the benefit of that?
And then just question, are the singers from the 70s? Oh, Blondie from the 70s, the Blondie. Well, I mean, she's natural blonde hair. We spell it differently. We spell it with an EE.
She's a good singer, though.
Yeah, so we spell it like generally. Let me go to this thing. Yeah.
It's actually just one girl. Her name is Blondie.
Yeah.
But it's a band.
Yeah.
I think it's called. Is it Blondie? Is the band?
I think Blondie was the band, right?
Okay.
Yeah,
right.
yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
But yeah, we spell it with just 2 E's, although it just makes it sound like blonde. That's just how we spell it. Yeah. So we see just the EE. Yeah, that's why I put it in parentheses, Blondie. But yeah, she does. Her hair
Debbie Harry was her name. Yeah.
Yeah. Then, but she does have natural blondie hair.
Yeah.
And your name is actually what?
My real name?
It's Paulla.
It's Paul. Yeah.
Which is funny because it's actually spelled with 2 L's.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's
that's the only way it's supposed to be spelled. People that spell it the other way is Paul. It's not Paul. It's Paulla.
Well, yeah, that's how she spells her name. Which is funny because everybody thinks it's misspelled.
Yeah.
They're like, oh.
Well, that was just my parents' way of just not trying to work it out because they were told I was going to be a boy. My parents when I was born, and my parents were going to name me Paul.
Oh, okay.
So
they just added the extra LA.
Yeah, that's kind of whatever.
Yeah.
So that's how all that came about.
But everybody that so when they was trying to set up your like work email and everything, they were like,
it's commonly misspelled.
Yeah.
I don't care anymore.
Yeah. I just know like everybody, even when I like type it out in a text or whatever, somebody that I knew I meet or whatever, was like, are you spelling that with 2 L's? Is that on purpose, or is that how she spells it? Because they think it's unusual, which it probably is.
It is.
But yeah.
I've never met anybody else that spelled it like any other Paullas.
Yeah.
So. But
it is like confusing. Even like when we was getting your nameplate made.
Yeah.
They were like, I literally had to tell them like, no, it is with 2 L's because I know.
Well, they think I spelled my name wrong.
Right? Yeah.
They told me to write it down. I wrote it down.
Yeah.
They think I'm dyslexic or something. Or not dyslexic, but when you write that, when you like.
Well, yeah, it's dyslexic.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Say you're dyslexic.
Whatever.
Alrighty, we are at almost an hour and 20 minutes. So,
oh my god.
Yeah, so it goes by faster than you think when you're just like shooting.
And I was behaved.
You were very well behaved.
Wow.
Yeah, usually she's a lot more naughty. As soon as we jump off of here and she gets off the microphone, it'll be just sexual innuendo out the like. Normally, she's so well behaved.
Get you kicked off.
Well, yeah. Normally, how you would normally behave, I'd probably get banned. How you normally behave. Like, I guarantee you, like 5 minutes after we jump off of here, she'll be her normal self, her normal naughty self. Anyways, thanks everybody for jumping in. This was just kind of a impromptu, just kind of informal.
So let loose at the end of the podcast.
Yeah.
Well, my mind can just come up with some crazy stuff.
Well, we do have the handcuffs here, and it is her birthday, so birthday.
You think you're gonna lock me up? I have my key.
Oh yeah, well yeah, she does have her key right here. This is
okay, I don't think they really want to know all this stuff.
This is her handcuff key. Like, look at the. Can you show the microphone or the camera?
I can't take it off.
No, but just kind of like point it out.
Then I'm gonna show everybody my tits. Sorry, guys.
So yeah, that is her necklace is a handcuff key. So.
Oh no, the handcuff. Yeah.
And I know you have a couple of pairs of these in your.
I have a pink pair.
Yeah.
In
your room.
I think we need to get one with the fuzzies on it, but
the fuzzies, yeah, to not hurt the wrist.
Yeah, because
they can leave the wrist.
Heard about it.
Heard about those? Heard about the handcuffs? But yeah, that's kind of more her naughty nature that will how she normally.
I would say I have a naughtier mind than you do.
Sometimes, yeah. Well, at least you.
So I have to really
try hard. Yeah, you exhibit it more verbally than I do. At times, yeah.
Yeah, we have handcuffs all over the place.
Oh yeah, there's at least I don't know 7 or 8 pairs of handcuffs in this house at least, all strewn throughout the house. Collection of handcuffs, yes, we do have a collection of handcuffs. So yeah, then this.
We don't have that. I don't have one though.
Oh well, no, yeah, but you can see, yeah, there we go. That's why. That's why there's handcuffs all over the place.
No, he wants it for other things.
Oh, well.
He's lying. Liar, pants on fire.
That's true. That's just an excuse. That's
actually when we first met.
Uh-huh.
That was the first thing I asked.
Oh, if I had handcuffs?
Do you have handcuffs on you?
That is true. When we first started dating.
that was the first thing I asked.
See, now we're getting into the naughty stuff.
Show me the handcuffs.
This was like the first couple of weeks we started dating.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. You're like, ooh. Oh no. So I think you asked like on the second date or so, like, are you bringing the handcuffs?
I want to see the goods. Show me the goods.
This was like the second day after.
Okay, this is probably going to go wrong. Probably cut this out.
Probably. We should probably go to bed.
Yeah, I got to get up early.
All right. Thanks for joining, guys. We're going to jump off of here and get ready for bed and get ready for work tomorrow and all that stuff that goes in between.
Johnny, I hope you guys dry out there and be safe. And
yeah. Hopefully you and Lauren are doing okay.
Yeah. Hopefully you don't have any alligators running around.
Yeah, in your backyard. Yeah.
That'd be crazy.
Giorno and Betty and Carlos and who else jumped on here? Johnny. Thanks for everybody for jumping in.
Yeah. Hope everybody stays safe out there. You don't get any crazy weather.
Yeah. Then you can always come out here. The weather's just going to be 110 degrees out here, but we don't, other than that, we don't usually have, well, we have some haboo sometimes, some dust storms, but they're not usually that destructive, although when they're on the highway.
There's that word.
Behave.
That word isn't apply in my house.
Yeah. Behave.
Yeah. That's like that Austin Power thing.
Oh, behave. Yeah. No, that doesn't exist. Like you can see her naughty side starting to come out already. I guarantee I shut off the cameras and it's just going to be, that's what it's going to be like. Yeah, it's a dry heat. It's the best. Yeah. I don't know. I think anything after 110 is pretty brutal.
That's right. 110.
You love 110. I don't.
You should like 110.
Why? Oh, because
there's no clothes.
Yeah, all the skimpies come out. Yeah.
You see everybody walking around with nothing on.
Just sports bras and yeah.
So you should like 110.
Yeah.
So get used to it, buddy.
Well, I have to until about October until basically November until it cools off again. So
you tell everybody you hate the weather, but when we're out and about, you're loving the weather.
Why is that?
Because the girls are in their skimpies.
Well, I'm not going to say it.
Oh, I know you better.
So yeah.
Don't try to pull one over.
Night, everybody.
Night.
We'll see you on the next one. Not sure who the next guest is going to be, but I'll try to line up somebody and we'll go from there and I'll try to get it out there. Thanks for everybody for jumping in.
Thanks everybody for patience.
Okay. Night, everybody. Yeah, let me end it here.